26 points, 7 rebounds. He's been a superstar all season long. So he goes in, our sports bet same game multi. I think it'll be a high scoring game, not a lot of defence. Taran Armstrong and Wardenberg are the focal points for the Cairns Taipans. And as I mentioned, Casey Prather has to go in. Enjoy the game, the Snakes and the Bullets.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
14 points, 4 boards for Jesse Wagstaff in an excellent catch. Up to 39. Kings have had enough.
Take your game from the local court to the big time. Step onto an NBL court after the final buzzer. Backing local ballers is just the beginning.
A big thanks to Bunnings for helping to inspire the next generation of NBL stars all season long through the Bunnings Backing Ballers program. Time to look at what the coaches' whiteboards will be saying ahead of this one. Pete Hooley, I've given you Adam Forward.
Give the fans a parting gift. They've shown up every single game. Make sure they go away with a win. And above all, just have fun. Play with pride for the Taipans jersey and just enjoy yourself.
What about Justin Schuller? Brisbane Bullets, their last game.
Justin Schuller's got on his whiteboard. They got to take care of Sam Wardenberg, make sure he doesn't get too loose. And at the end of the day, you are only as good as your last game.
And this is the last game. Interesting times ahead for both of these teams. Will we see Justin Schuller as coach next season? It's yet to be determined. Then there's Adam Ford on the other side. Don't go anywhere. It is the Cairns Taipans up against the Brisbane Bullets. Jack Heverin to lead the way next.
The Brisbane Bullets keep themselves in with some type of chance of postseason action.
The Taipans, they get a chance to try and be a party spoiler again.
Stuff to play for the Brisbane Bullets. 1 point lead. Cook comes downhill and finishes. Davison upstairs denied by Galloway.
Prather is wide open. Gets it now. Got it.
It's happening for Keandre Cook at the other end. Oh! Tanner Groves! Single figures now.
Yes.
Adnam, corner, table, bottom of the net for Kyle Adnam.
All season long, it's been a fascinating matchup between the Cairns Taipans and the Brisbane Bullets. We've had a couple of close ones, and the last time the two teams met, Cairns became $50,000 richer on a very wet and wild Thursday night in far north Queensland. Hello and welcome to the Hungry Jacks NBL, where the 8th place Brisbane Bullets play the last place Cairns Taipans. But there's a bit of pride on the line tonight for both of these teams. I'm Jack Heverin, Damon Lowry and Pete Hooley alongside me. Damon, great to see you. Cairns will be pretty keen to finish with a winning result, as will the Brisbane Bullets.
100%. They got 50K. Hopefully it doesn't make them lose a little bit of focus. But yeah, they want to finish on a high note. They've had a kind of an up and down season, as we all know. But actually, both teams have. But to finish it off at home, giving your home crowd who's been supporting them all season, something to feel good about. Hopefully they can get that done.
Pete Hooley, for the Brisbane Bullets, there was a little period of time there through December and early January where they were very much in the calculation to make the top 6, but a lot of things have gone wrong for them at the wrong time.
Yeah, big one being injuries. They've lost key guys at the wrong time, and it all started with James Bateman's hamstring. Just as he started to find his form, they missed him for the rest of the season, and then it was kind of a flow-on effect. But all that being said, the win they had in Adelaide was inspiring. That was big for them, and this man's been a big reason why.
He's been enormous, and was listening to both of you in the pre-game. For those who caught that, you didn't have him in your All-NBL first team, Damon. You did, Pete Hooley. I see your point about winning records and all that sort of stuff. I think there'll be a lot of people that will be voting for Casey Prather because of the story as much as anything else.
He had a great story, and that's why I had him as my most improved, because we all remember last season how injured he was and spent a lot of time on that stationary bike. But this first team All-NBL, there are no wrong answers. It's just about what you prefer. I happen to prefer guys that's coming from winning programs, and that's why I don't have Casey in it. And obviously, his talent cannot be denied.
What about Keandre Cook, Damon? Averaging 20 points across the season against Cairns in this matchup. There are his numbers for the season. If you were the Brisbane Bullets, would you be going again?
100%. I'm bringing all three of those guys back. They play with a certain level of chemistry and harmony rarely seen between imports. Now, Keandre Cook and James Bateman, I believe, knew each other from back home, and now Casey comes in, and they kind of from the similar part of town. I just like the way them three bonded together and got that scoreboard ticking over.
This man might have a big say in how the Brisbane Bullets go, because if they can't slow him down, he can put up some big numbers. He's averaging 16.5 points per game, but it's the efficiency for me. Almost 40% from three. He's taken more of a leadership role. He was given the keys out of college, had to learn a lot in a first-year pro at still such a young age last season, battling injuries as well. Really struggled with that, but this season in particular, he has been phenomenal, and he's going to be in contention for the Next Generation Award and the Most Improved. But I think most importantly for him and his career, he's going to get some sort of NBA opportunity in the near future. What he does with that, I'm not sure, but I think his talent is enormous and he's got a massive career ahead of him.
As is Sam Wardenberg, and as does Sam Wardenberg. A bit of discussion in News Corp today about the future of Sam Wardenberg and the Cairns Taipans. It has been reported that they have mutual interest in running it back next year.
I'm 100% running it back with Big Sam. Sam had a tough year with injuries. Adam Forrest said it. This guy's a warrior. When he is healthy and injury-free, you can see what he can do. He can stretch the floor, shoot the three ball. I feel like he's matured, too. Last season, he seemed to be a little bit more, I guess, emotionally erratic at times. This year, he's been rock solid in that regard. Love to see him come back. Just about ready to go for tip-off at the Cairns Convention Centre. And as good as Casey Pray this season has been, Ariana Pray this season has been just that little bit better. Great to have you with us tonight.
Thank you, guys, and I'm sorry for all the Taipans fans out there, but there will be no Rob Edwards tonight. I'm sure everyone has heard the news. He has left the season early to go play for the Flying Tigers located in China. Now, he did get a blessing from Coach Forge. You see him right there, who said he left to go join the team for a more financially pleasing situation. I know he's getting money. When I first heard this news, I did not like it. I thought he should have finished out the season with his team, but now I'm leaning more towards, I'm not going to knock the hustle. Go get your paper, Rob. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, he pay a lot of money over there as well, and again, we spoke about it in the pre-game.
The old Flying Tigers.
I do not mind it. You've been here, besides getting a win to give your fans, you get to go out there and help you support your family.
Starting fives for both teams. Cairns will play again on Saturday against Tasmania. There is their starting five. Alex Higgins-Titcher has been a really good story from across the season. That's your man, Damon.
That's both our guys. Pete probably got the most stock.
Thank you.
As you do, but I'm right behind him. Yeah, no, we love AHT. He's been playing well, shooting the ball well from three, and obviously hopefully he can just continue it the way he's been going.
And for the Brisbane Bullets, they are ultra small again tonight, unfortunately. No Tyrell Harrison, no Rocco Zakarski. So a lot of work is going to need to be done by Torrey Smith-Milner, who's out there tonight, and also no Josh Bannon. So this is a very, very undersized Brisbane Bullets lineup. And the Taipans in possession at home for the last time this season at the Cairns Convention Centre. They'll travel to Tasmania to play on the final day of the season on Saturday. Smith-Milner knocks that out of play. Our officials tonight, James Griggle, Damien Lyons and Shannon Jennings.
Yeah, you want to get this done if you're the Taipans, because that's the last game. It's a tough trip. Tasmania, you know, they're going to sell that out, try and give their fans a nice parting gift.
Prather picks up an early foul.
And this is the same Brisbane lineup that beat Adelaide. Torrey Smith-Milner had his first career double-double, playing some real good basketball.
He hit back-to-back threes and then didn't take a heat check in 4 minutes and got subbed out. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, we hated that.
You've got to get at least a couple more shots up.
He's only got himself to blame for that.
Sure does.
He's Tanner Groves. He's never shy. He shoots the three ball well, 41% for the season.
He's been enormous. I know he's had to deal with a little bit of injuries and at the wrong time, but there's a reason why he's getting some interest as well from around the rest of the NBL. They're all looking to see what he's capable of and what he's planning. For plays like that, he's going to dive on the ball. He's going to shoot the three ball. He's always going to compete. He's been a nice pickup.
So when he's on the floor, not in foul trouble, he's shown what he can do. Early in the season, sometimes it takes a while for new imports to come here and figure out the referees, figure out the league, how the game is being called, but you can't fault his effort.
He's only 25 too. He's played in Poland and played in China before he came here. It's a different kettle of fish, obviously, the NBL, particularly for big guys.
And he's a great teammate too, from all reports. So you kind of tick all the boxes there. You're low maintenance, you just go about your work, the ultimate professional, and the fact that he competes so hard on the floor as well ticks all the boxes.
Last night it was Illawarra, too good for the New Zealand Breakers. 96-82, they've locked away top spot for the first time in that team's history. I'm sure we'll get to that later on during the night because I've absolutely no doubt Damon Lowry wants to talk about that.
Feeling pretty good about myself at the moment with the Hawkies.
Here's Taran Armstrong with ball handling duties. Nice pass, Wardenberg for Tanner Groves.
Heat up!
Check the feet, check the ball, check the laces and knock it down.
He's having some fun. We love to see it. That's what Smith Milner did in that game against Adelaide, and 2 for 2 to start this one.
Both teams haven't been great across the season in first quarters. There's Mitch Norton on the move, couldn't finish off. Keandre Cook comes up with it. Blocked from behind. The Taipans are swarming defensively. Tough look for Prather. And another offensive rebound for Brisbane. Here's Smith Milner.
Wow. It's a shootout between the bigs. We got Toey on one end. Now Tanner Groves, heat check is in effect. It's still in effect as Taran Armstrong gets himself an easy deuce.
Oh, you get at least 3 possessions to get your heat check in there.
Boys mentioned Smith Milner the other night against Adelaide. He's shooting 4. That's tough from Keandre Cook. His first points of the night. Cuts it back to 3. It's Pedro Bradshaw. Little dump off to Higgins-Titcher.
And that's Casey Prather's second. And replay, Tanner Groves wide open. He said he can stroke it. You can't give him that much space. And then Smith Milner picking up right where he left off. And Justin Schuller is going to roll the dice.
Last game of the year, why not?
Casey Prather, 2 fouls already. You know, they're down on bodies.
Higgins-Titcher makes both. Great story of the NBL 1 program. Alex Higgins-Titcher coming through and playing his basketball with the Inner West Bulls. Had a good season. Adam Ford, as we know, has got an amazing ability to find diamonds in the rough.
Don't he ever? And Nick definitely got to stitch that man up. That's just so quality right there. That's what Casey's been doing all season. He is so fundamental as a scorer. Shot fakes, jabs, all the things that you teach your under 14 kids. They all probably think it's boring. They all want to shoot threes and do multiple crossovers. And Casey goes, all I need is one dribble.
He's reinvented himself. Playing in the power forward, undersized power forward maybe compared to some of the other bigs in the league. When he gets it in that low post short corner, if you allow him to face up, it's over.
Good night.
Because he's either going to rise up, he's got great touch on that mid-range, and that jab step, if you bite on it, he's got all these different counters. He can get to the hoop, finish through contact. So then the second you allow him to turn, once he catches it in that low post, you're at his mercy.
Fourth meeting of the season between these two teams. As we mentioned off the top, last time they met was round 17. It was Cairns' summer shootout game that they nominated. They played the Brisbane Bullets. Rob Edwards exploded with 35 in that game.
Missed that one.
They won $50,000.
Do we know who won the $100,000?
Well, we find out on Monday.
Oh, we find out on Monday.
In front of the government supervisors on Monday.
And you remember that last play too, Jack? They called a timeout. 40 drew up a play. It got Rob Edwards a bucket.
That's right.
To get the 111.
It's going to be one very thankful
Heat
fan
check,
out of
Pete.
that. There it is.
Oh, he's having a little dance. He's having some fun. Tanner Groves.
He is the man of the moment right now. Early timeout as the Taipans lead 14-7 and pregame. Ariana caught up with the man with the hot hand, Tanner Groves.
I'm expecting a great game tonight, but I want to talk about you personally for a little bit. You had to battle injury yourself, came back, instant contributor for the team. What are you most proud of when it comes to yourself and how you've performed this season?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it's tough getting injured. You never want to be injured, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely proud of myself. You know, I gained a lot of confidence this year. Second year overseas as a pro. Last year was an incredibly crazy roller coaster for me, getting cut twice on 3 different teams. and like dealing with like some mental health stuff too. And so this year it's just been a cool like experience. Like I love Cairns, I love the community here. I love the team, I love the coaching staff, the support staff, like everybody is great. So I think I found my confidence, which has been good, and hopefully keep that rolling wherever else basketball career may take me. But a lot of lessons to be learned here, and hopefully keep rolling with it.
I think you're absolutely a fan favorite, and everyone will be happy to see you back in a Taipans uniform next year.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Sign that man up.
Man, we all sitting over here with our chest poked out, all proud of this man as Tanner hits his third triple in a row. We always get gassed up on talent, and talent is important, but character is more important. And Tanner Groves seems to have that in spades as Karen J. Cook gets himself to the foul line.
I think he'll be back in the NBL. I hope for Cairns fans it's at Cairns, but there's other teams obviously seeing what plays out. But again, as we said, he ticks all those boxes. You know he's going to get 110% every single time he's on the floor. He can stretch the three. And above all, he's just a phenomenal person and teammate.
He's just picked up his second foul. So a juggling act here for Justin Schuller with Casey Prather and Adam Ford with Tanner Groves. Ariana, what did Justin Schuller have to say?
Well, he drew up that play where Keandre just scored, so I know he has to be happy with the execution from his team there. But he just talked about the tempo that they need to play with as Pedro Bradshaw just got an easy 2. Look, it's so tense in the gym because both teams, although on the bottom of the ladder, both coaches need this win, have to get this win in order to look good, I think, on paper. Both coaches have a lot to play for right now.
That right there is a tough shot from Josh Adams, but that is also one of the worst shots in basketball. A step back, foot on the line, heavily contested too.
Yeah.
But he's good enough to knock it down. We saw him do that a lot for Tasmania as Bradshaw. We've got ourselves a shootout. They're just trying to run it back on the night they got the check.
The 4 of 4 from outside the Taipans.
I've been big on Pedro Bradshaw these last few rounds. I think he's the glue guy. Toey comes up a little short, but Pedro's that nice, under-assuming, kind of good third import. Reads the play real well. Tanner penetrated. Sorry, Taran penetrated. And he just knew to follow him in there and get himself an easy deuce.
2 more for your counter at Cook.
Sam Wardenberg missed Groves, who was open. He's about to get subbed out. He needs a heat check.
Taipans by 5. Wardenberg puts the ball on the floor. Nice take. He thought he should have been shooting an extra.
Took advantage of Casey on the perimeter just then. Casey looks like he's going to play, hopefully, this whole quarter. I think Justin Schuller with his imports, he's been playing him some major minutes. And that's what the imports get paid the big bucks to do the heavy lifting.
Here's Taran Armstrong. It's such a bright future, such a big part of the next generation of Australian basketball. He couldn't make that one count. Wardenberg got it back. Here is Tanner Groves. Baseline. And scores.
Okay. You thought he should have pulled it, Pete?
I just see the substitution ready to come in. You're flat if you don't get another one just to see how hot you are. He's 3 of 3 from outside.
I like the shot fake jab, get on the rim, though.
Now he's going to come out. Look, he's got his head down.
He's too nice.
Shooting 100%.
And as we always say, Damon, what is the quickest way to cool a man off?
Sub him out the game.
Oh, he's got the 2 fouls.
Casey Prather also sits down. Just the 2 points on 1 of 5 so far tonight. Had the 26 in that win over Adelaide 36ers, but was 1 of 10 from outside in that game.
Callum Dalton checks in. Number 81. They can't even get his name on the back of it just yet.
World famous, 81. Cook over the top of Gak. Just did enough defensively to change the shot. And then a foul on that world famous Black 81.
Callum Dalton gave him some good minutes against Adelaide. It was only a handful, but he went out there and he got himself a couple boards, got a bucket, just set some picks. Just the little things to give the Torrey Smith-Milner, some of those guys a spell.
Gack, beautiful pass inside for Armstrong. It goes! They're having a lot of fun tonight, the Taipans.
Well, they what? They're scoring at will. 82% from the floor. Haven't missed a three yet. And Armstrong, all his skills on display here.
Nice little shuffle cut. Looked like an old school Melbourne Tiger 2/3. Kyron Galloway sets the back pick.
And he makes the extra, Ariana Prather.
A couple of the bullets before the game just about how do they keep a level head. Coming off that huge win against Adelaide, you can easily walk into this gym and underestimate the Taipans, which I think that they're doing, as Keandre Cook does what they need them to do, which is knock down the big three ball. But I think they kind of underestimated the Taipans, and it's like they have to get back to moving the ball, which they did so effectively in Adelaide. But how do they snap out of this funk, guys?
Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes, but this is what you're a paid professional. You got to somehow find that enthusiasm. Got to generate it yourself. And right now, being down 9, it's early days, still don't want to push the panic button. As Mitch Norton gets himself a tough bucket. I'm telling you, if there was a three-point competition this season, during FIBA breaks early in the season,
We need to have it back.
Keandre Cook's jumper, man, it is pure.
So is Casey Prather's this season, though. Keandre Cook shot over 40% last 2 years internationally. Don't do it.
While Mitch Norton shoots this free throw, what would if there was a three-point shooting competition, what would our 5 be?
You've got
Chris Golding,
Vasiljevic,
Tyler Hardy,
Cotton.
Price. Gee,
I don't know if you can squeeze it into 5. Well, there's normally 8 in the NBA.
Okay, well, we can add 8 if you want. This Gack adds in 2 more.
I know this is going to be maybe an unpopular opinion, but you've got to think about rack shooting as well. Coming off a three-point shooting contest compared to an in-game is very different, but the man defending Isaac White, Kyle Ladnam, in spot shooting, where you're coming consistently off the rack.
Might get back to that at halftime, I reckon. Or at some point later on tonight. Hashtag NBL25 to leave us your thoughts. Big rebound by Dylan Stein. Hasn't seen a lot of minutes across the season for the Taipans. He's been there to play a role, but let's get the sense Adam Ford will give everyone a little lick of the ice cream tonight.
Yeah, Dylan Stites comes in and gives massive effort. And this has probably been a good eye-opener for him for the league as Keandre misses the oop. But Dylan Stites will go back and play some NBL 1 at some point. He'll distort the competition.
Tanner Groves just looking a little uncomfortable, perhaps.
You can't get sub back in the game if the coach can't see you. Maybe he twangs something.
We're also back to that. I know we're going to talk about it at halftime, but Kyung-Jong Lee.
Another one.
Who's that, sorry?
HJ Lee.
Absolutely.
When you're getting it off a rack in a three-point contest. Ooh.
I don't think we would have said this at the halfway mark, but I think his shooting clip in the second half of the season, Joe Wieskamp would have to be considered.
Hey, yeah.
That would be an awesome thing to see.
Yeah. Stife lost the ball. Galloway swings cross court. Statman in for his first look of tonight on his 3rd game of the season.
A Cairns local, Cody.
Yeah.
Just trying to find his feet in the league. He's got the talent.
Adnam swings for Statman.
He's got the talent. Just needs the opportunity.
Look at the bench. This is great, and the vibe from the fans as well. They are enjoying themselves. Why wouldn't you be 31 on the board? It's been a tough season. They are playing well right now.
Cook dumps that off for Prather. Nice reply from the Bullets. They just hang around.
These two are just going back and forth, Prather and Cook. 16 of Brisbane's 23.
They dropped, I think, though, as the imports go for this season, Casey went for 35 one game, and Keandre went for 30. You don't see a whole lot of imports putting up them kind of numbers. That was, I think, the second time they played this team.
Yeah, round 13, Casey Prather had the 35.
Still no Tanner Groves. on the bench, which is a bit of a worry for how hot he started.
Shot clock down to 7 for Kyle Adnam. Gak with good athleticism over the top. He's fouled.
AK Gak's another one who's just looking for that opportunity. As we look at the replay right here, Kyle gets it up on the glass. AK is extremely athletic. Just hasn't been able to really find a home, but I feel like the far north Queensland could be it. They had a lot of depth in that big man department, but he is, I think he's one of 40's kind of guys.
It's also going to be fascinating to see what happens. If 40's not there, you talk about how good they've been recruiting. He's been a major part of that. He sees talent that he thinks he can unlock, and he does that very well.
Put him on retainer as a consultant, as a scout.
Oh, you have to, right? But then the other key of that is unlocking them as well.
Yeah. Final play of the first quarter. Taipans turned up to play. This is no dead rubber for them. They mean business tonight. The Bullets will have to answer back in the second quarter. Shot clock at 3 for Keandre Cook at the buzzer. Big knockdown to finish off the quarter. We might just have ourselves a good old-fashioned Queensland shootout tonight. 32-26 after 1. This is the Hungry Jacks, NBL.
Welcome back to the Cairns Convention Center, where the Taipans have a 6-point lead at the end of that first quarter. I talked to Adam Ford, or listened to Coach Ford in that last huddle, and he told his team that offensively they have to start moving east to west more. And on the defensive end, no more offensive rebounds for the Brisbane Bullets. But guys, I have to ask you, the star of that first quarter was Tanner Groves. He is back on the court after sitting out during those last few minutes.
I need Tanner Groves to go full Matador defense for the rest of this game. Do not foul, get yourself in foul trouble, and continue to shoot the rock.
Well, there's a block from him. I'll tell you what, Jack, that was spoken like a man from experience for Damon with Matador defense, wasn't it?
No. Come on now, let's not bring up careers. It could get ugly.
Cody Statman had it knocked out of his hands. And then Prather gave it straight back up.
Well, this game was always going to be scrappy because of what both teams are playing for or not playing for.
And Adams' pass intercepted. Good desperation from Norton. And Prather with some old sticky hops.
Still got him in there. I tell you what, Josh Adams, he liked to hang around. I'm sure somebody in the league. We saw what he did with Tasmanian Jack Jumpers a few years ago. He's came in, hasn't given him the production that James Bateman had, but you can still see he's a quality player.
Ariana Prather is ready to go courtside.
That's right, I'm here with the Cairns Taipans president, Troy Stone. Now, before the game, I handed you that check for $50,000. The summer shootout is yours. How good did that feel seeing your team pull that off?
Fantastic. It's a great initiative from the NBL. It's exciting. It really put some excitement in that round. I was watching those last couple of games, a bit nervous, especially the Phoenix one. I was getting a bit nervous through there, so no, it's great to win that one after the year we've had. It's been fantastic.
Now, I know you have to be proud of the team, the way they finished this season, upsets left and right. How good does that feel just seeing how they're ending?
Yeah, they've shown what they are, what we put together, what Vorty put together, the way the guys, they've shown what they can do when we're healthy. And the injuries have hurt us this year. Not an excuse, just the way it is, but when we're healthy, they've shown what they can do. They're locked in. Vorty's done a great job with them, so yes, couldn't be more proud as a whole organisation. Sorry.
Do commentators get any of that summer shootout money?
Sorry?
Can commentators get any of that summer shootout money?
I reckon there's probably a chance we can take it over to the casino, maybe double it, bring it back to the crowd, use it on some more players next year.
There we go, Troy.
And closed mouths don't get fed. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Cairns has her now. She's never coming back.
The big check. You know what they say about big checks, Damon? Bigger banks.
50K the long way. And I say you run it back the summer shootout again next season, and if Cairns do it again, they get 100.
Oh.
Double down if you can repeat.
Are you putting the other 50 up there?
Of course not.
Mr. Kesselman, if you're watching tonight, then that's out of bounds. That's a wild one from Bradshaw.
No, it's great. It's awesome to know that they've won it. And again, it's the team that's going to finish bottom of the ladder as well. Just shows the talent that they have. And everybody was healthy.
They beat Melbourne. They beat the Hawks. Who else they knocked off?
Well, they beat Tasmania. That was back in round 3.
And even just for the summer shootout concept, I mean, there were some naysayers along the way, but people hate everything these days that they don't know. I mean, we called that game. That was exciting, that game. That was, and there were a couple of other games that fell just short. It definitely added something to the month of January.
Yeah. And even though, and coaches, we watched Taran Armstrong kiss one off the glass, but coaches tried to get the win first, and then when it presented an opportunity, then they obviously went after it. So it wasn't like it bastardized the game of basketball.
Home team by 6. Adams up and under. That is nice.
Started to look a little bit more comfortable these last few games, but you can still tell he's just hampered by some niggling injuries. And if that's on Mitch Norton, that's on Casey Prather. So that's his third. Thought it was going to be on Mitch Norton, and Casey Prather's. Mitch Norton's saying that should be on me. Just trying to be a good teammate.
I always had a theory on 5 fouls. You're always going to get at least 2 fouls that you legitimately earned. 1 foul is just going to be absolute bad luck. You was in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Then you're going to get that 1 foul that's an absolute howler of a call, and you're really only playing with that extra one. I used to try to get out of a whole quarter without getting 1 foul just to try to give myself some cushion. What are you pointing at, Pete?
Well, they're having a conversation now. They might be saying that foul was actually on Mitch Norton.
Mitch would take one for the team. He's that kind of guy.
It looked like Casey Prather got his hand in the cooking jar, but the blocking foul could have been on Mitch Norton.
On Norton, number 8. Not on Prather, you can. So it's going to be on 8 track, not 23.
So they're changing the foul here on Mitch Norton. That blocking foul there with the hip.
What foul?
I think it was more. Yeah, there's not much in it anyway, but more of a blocking foul. Casey Prather didn't actually get in there. So I don't know if Mitch Norton's arguing.
I said he can come back because we're fixing our error. He wouldn't have come out otherwise. I didn't know you. Sorry, James.
That's funny because Vorty had a similar situation earlier when the refs made a mistake on a foul, and he had to make a sub as a result.
Wonder if that was round 14, if that one might have been sort of argued a little more vigorously.
I mean, I know it took a little bit of time, but in the end, if you get the right result, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
If that's what, if other people have seen it, mistake, and they said they own it, good take there from Taran Armstrong. Love the way he's finished through contact this season. 10 points now, 3 rebounds, 3 assists.
Good use of the body. Went hard middle, just kind of leaned in, created a little bit of contact. Put Mitch Norton in a bad spot.
To that point, Pete, he certainly, if you look at Taran Armstrong last year versus this year, he certainly looks bigger and stronger, doesn't he? He still had a few injury issues along the way, some of which have just been bad luck, but upper body-wise and core strength-wise, he looks a lot stronger.
So I was talking about that in the pre-game and happened the last couple of weeks when the reports coming out from NBA folks, they wanted him between last season and this season, as Josh Adams finishes through contact, things to work on. One was the body, which he's clearly done that. Another one was that handle, which we've seen him really get in his bag lately. And the other one was three-point shooting especially, and he's done a terrific job of all 3. And that's all you can ask for. When you're trying to make that next step, trying to get the chance to do that, you just tick those boxes as they come your way, and he's certainly done that.
The leading contenders for most improved player, no question about that.
And his pick and roll play to add to that, because obviously the NBA and G League and the way they play over there is a heavy pick and roll, and he can use his size. He just saw his hostage dribble, gets a guard on his back, keeps him there, makes good decisions out of pick and rolls. That's going to be huge going forward in his career.
It's a short stint for Jonah Antonio, just a couple of minutes and comes out. Cook defers out to Smith-Milner, great pass. And Tohi knocks it down.
You got to run Tohi off the three-point line. Strokes that good. We saw it in the blitz this preseason.
35% across this NBL 25 season. The Bullets have just got a little bit of momentum all of a sudden. They've been the better team in quarter number 2. Isaac White wants his. It rattles out.
Well, he was instrumental as well in that win over Adelaide, which is incredible to think he airballed his first shot. That's going to be an offensive foul. Good read there from Josh Adams. Wrong read there from the cheerleaders.
Yeah, nobody told them.
They're cheering an offensive foul for their team.
Take your time.
Took the bump, recovered, and then he was standing there for an eternity.
Yeah, Isaac White's had a good game in Adelaide. Every time he goes back home, he always has some little special for him.
All right, Casey? Right through here, guys.
No disputing that foul on Bradshaw.
Casey Prather's a bit ginger now.
Yeah.
Slipped on the floor.
Really wet. Back where your foot is.
It's not ideal. He's going to come out here, it looks like.
On the line. The line's getting really slippery. Just pass on the time. Thanks, guys.
It's been a really... Let's have another look here. Just keep your eyes on Casey Prather at the back of
Bradshaw nearly slipped.
the
and then,
screen.
Oh.
Just on a bit of sweat in the keyway. Hot, humid night in Cairns. They've been radar watching and storm watching for the best part of a week. Cyclone watching as well. It's a hot, humid night. Cook unloads. It's knocked back to the advantage of Armstrong.
Block. Whoa!
Now, I don't know all the stats, Jack, but that could potentially be the 2 quickest offensive fouls we've seen in some time. But we're going to get a coach's challenge here. You called a block, Damon. It's hard when you don't let a guy land and you get in his landing space before he gets to turn and run.
Well, it happened about a millimetre away from Adam Ford, so...
Didn't even wait for the replay.
No. He had the best look at it and straight away decided to coach his challenge.
This is the perfect angle. Yeah, still moving.
Yeah, not there.
Still moving.
That'll be Keandre Cook's second foul. And he can't get in foul trouble. We just saw Casey jog off to the locker room.
He also didn't even really get a step in, Bradshaw, to turn before the contact was made. There we go.
That was an easy one.
Well called by you. Mr. Lowry?
Got to take my percentage up to about 32.
Trying to get the inside word. I don't know if he'll tell you, Ariana.
If he's going to tell anyone.
Yeah. Oh, there she goes. She's ready to report.
She's got it. She's got the inside scoop on Casey Prather, Ariana.
Listen, he wasn't going to...
Oh, we just lost her.
I think she walked too far out.
I think Casey grabbed the mic. We'll get back to Ariana shortly. It's the Taipans who lead it by 2. Final game of the season for the Bullets. Cairns will be back one last time in Tasmania on Saturday. Tanner Groves is scoring every time he takes possession.
Is he ever taking advantage of the inexperience of Callum Dalton? Justin Schuller probably never thought by the end of the season he had on the floor at one stage young Josh Killen and Cal Dalton.
And Josh Adams.
And Josh Adams. I mean,
Adams is fouled by Higgins-Titcher. Let's get back to you, Ariana. What's happening with Mr. Prather, please?
Well, Bullets trainer Sasha is doing his due diligence, just rubbing out that knee, making sure everything is okay. But I did get the thumbs up from him. He's feeling good. He was doing some exercises standing up, so he will be back into the ball game soon.
never doubted him. He's been a warrior.
Ariana's first team as well, by the way. That's a lot.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Higgins-Titcher says no, sir.
Yeah, I'm excited for his future.
AHT is having none of it, averaging at least a block a game. Somebody getting their shot blocked when AHT's on the floor.
Just so athletic. Sometimes we've got such amazing talent around. All you need is a chance and in the right situation.
And I'm all for some expansion. Give more guys like this more of an opportunity.
Yep.
10 teams has been great. Obviously, you know, it makes for some excitement, but I think we're to the point now where we got to grow this thing a little bit more.
And I think, to your point, Damon, I mean, we've seen with the NBL1 competition, the strength of it, the talent's out there.
It's there. They just need a shot.
Isaac White against the shot clock. Got it to go. It's a one-point game.
Just like that, they've restricted the Cairns Taipans to 7-point scoring in 5 minutes. Make that 9.
That's what I talk about the improvement of his game. He tried to set up Smith-Milner with the crossover to see if he could get to the rim. Smith-Milner didn't move, so he just rose up. Here's the Amy replay. Not long at all on the shot clock. 1-2, Isaac White. Good little elevator screen.
Armstrong, Higgins-Titcher, Wardenberg, Groves and Bradshaw out there for the Taipans. Cook, White, Adams, Prather and Dalton for the Brisbane Bullets. Tanner Groves makes that 15 points on 6 of 7 shooting.
Still hasn't attempted a 3 since going 3 of 3, Damon.
86% from the field, Tanner. Oh. He ain't having it, I'm trying to tell you.
Higgins-Titcher gets another victim.
Oh my God.
And then almost acrobatically finishes at the other end. Wardenberg knocks it down. He's playing volleyball with it inside the keyway. Eventually Bradshaw had enough of it. And Justin Schuller's had enough of it as well. Timeout Brisbane. Cairns lead 45-38.
It's just so good seeing them all smile, all the Taipans players. As we said, it's been a tough season for everybody involved, but they're just going down the right way.
It's the Taipans who lead, but it's Casey Prather who's been the star of Brisbane all season long, and he caught up with Ariana pre-game.
You got to show who you were this season. An incredible season, sitting third on the NBL ladder when it comes to scoring. I know personal accolades don't mean much to you, but is there anything that you hope to receive on Monday night?
I mean, I'm going to let the guys just decide what they want to put me in, but, you know, yeah. Personal accolades never really meant too much to me. You know, I always wanted to just go out there and win. I do think that I had a great season, so yeah, we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. I'd imagine somewhere in this off-season, Casey Prather's going to go somewhere around the world. He's a man in demand right now, and then fingers crossed, Damon, He's back here, ideally with Brisbane, but he's back in the NBL next season.
100%. Whoever's running the ship down there in Brisbane, they definitely got to sign, like I believe, all three of them. All three imports got to come back. And James Bateman meeting that third import.
Yep.
So, yeah, I want to see Casey just get himself really healthy. He's done a lot of heavy lifting this season. It's taking a toll. So you don't want to necessarily hop right into another season, even though the money might be there. You can't say no to it, but I would just like to see him at least get a sufficient amount of rest and heal up.
Just confirming that was a P and not a T.
I can't remember. I'll take your word for it.
It was 2 plays ago.
There we go.
Play the back out for Isaac White. Foul will be on Tanner Groves. That's his third.
That's what you talk about, Damon. Those fouls where you're just holding when you don't have to be. Just got to be a little smarter, especially when you picked up a couple of early ones. And he's going to come out. He's got 15 points. On track for a career night, and now he's going to have to sit down for a key 4 minutes.
And a lot of those fouls, like you say, they're just unnecessary. You can let them go.
Rebound by AK Gack. 7 offensive rebounds for the night, the Brisbane Bullets. Ariana mentioned it before that Adam Ford's been screaming at his men to hit the glass. That's too many and a half. Shot clock at 5 for Taran Armstrong.
Step back.
Isolates Callum Dalton. Step back. The last touch by Cairns.
Okay. A shot that Taran can obviously make, but I like to see him get involved. Sam Wardenberg, he's only had the 2 shots for this game, and it's just, Pete, the one aspect of Taran's game, I like to see him just evolve a little bit more, recognizing situations. Who hasn't had something to eat lately? Because he can always get his shot whenever he wants.
Well, that was a tough one because Sam Wardenberg was in his space when he had the mismatch with Dalton on him. So that's what he was trying to exploit. Wardenberg wanted it there. But I'm with you now. So you come down. What set have you got in the trick bag to try and get that man the ball where he wants it, Sam Wardenberg? Where he's at his best. Getting into the high post. He can put the ball on the floor. He can finish around the rim.
It's one of the great mysteries of basketball, that, isn't it, Pete? So Sam Wardenberg had 16 and 6 last week against New Zealand. Looked like the best player on the floor for a lot of it. And then tonight he's barely touched it.
Yeah, I mean, as a point guard, I struggle. I mean, I wasn't a scoring point guard like Taran Armstrong, so I don't know what that feels like. But I do know when I had players like a Glenn Saville or a Melvin Thomas, the guys that I knew had to get the ball, you just can't ignore those guys. You always have to have it in the back of your mind. Are they involved enough? And I just feel like Taran, from time to time, forgets.
Gack told to go to work. Here's Wardenberg with 2 on the clock.
Not the way he would have liked his next field goal to come. Shot clock winding down, had to pull a deep 3. And those ones are tough too. You saw he had the turnouts there. Bradshaw didn't get open, so they kind of had to blow the play up.
Foul will be on Cody Statman. Cairns over the limit.
How tall is Cody Statman? He's standing next to Sam Wardenberg, and it wasn't a whole lot of difference.
I've got him at 6'8".
6'8"? Yeah. 6'8" shooting guard.
How's this for another milestone this season? 1 million NBL fans streaming through the door. Unbelievable show of support from fans again this season. We did it last year. The last time the NBL had consecutive seasons of 1 million fans was 4 years in a row, from 93 to 96. That's when I was a kid, Damon, going every week to what's now known as Rod Laver Arena. Used to be the tennis center back in the day. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? A massive thanks to all of our fans and the NBL's partners. It's been an incredible season so far.
Always delivers. Can't shout out to every single one of the fans. Sometimes it's tough out there in life. Twice of living and everything, but everyone shows up because the entertainment on display is unlike anything else. It's awesome to see.
We've got ourselves a good product.
Wouldn't be here without all the fans.
We're going to see a few venues knock a few walls out too, and so they can get more fans in. Tasmania Jack jumpers.
Yeah, they're going to build a bigger boat in Tasmania.
Yep.
Started laying the groundwork in the high performance center as well.
Yep.
If you build it, they will come.
Build of dreams, classic.
Ariana Prather was listening to Adam Ford in that timeout.
That's right. Coach Ford was not happy with his team during the last few possessions. He said they're doing all the work that they need to offensively, and then on the defensive end, they're just giving up stupid fouls. So they need to watch out for their hand checks going into the second half.
Just ticky-tacky, sloppy fouls is not necessary. That's why Tanner Groves is sitting over there. And sometimes it can become contagious.
Bullets have not led at any stage tonight. It's been all Cairns. When they played earlier in the season, in round 7, there was 12 lead changes in that game. In round 13, there was 20 lead changes in that contest. It's been Cairns all the way so far.
Good penetration by Isaac White. I'm telling you, Callum Dalton, Cal, he's sitting there now with 4 points. 4 from the strike, 4 rebounds. He's just always in the right spot. He had a cup of coffee with Melbourne United. Didn't quite work out. Played some NBL 1. Had a knee injury. That slowed him down. But he is a big Aussie, big body who can definitely contribute to a team. A big that can make free throws, too.
It's not always the case.
Casey Prather sitting down. Bulls have done a good job to tick the scoreboard over. Keandre Cook's taken 12 field goal attempts. Prather 8. And Smith Milner the next on 5. So right now it's a heavy dose of Keandre Cook.
Bradshaw lines one up. Here's the Bullets' chance to take the lead for the first time in the game. With less than 2 minutes remaining. Smith Milner almost accessed Keandre Cook back door. To throw something up that was interesting.
He underestimated Cody Statman's size. Tried to give him a little Kobe shake. And Cody wasn't going for it.
Bradshaw's done very well just to get out of that without any. It can get really unfortunate. You see Justin Schuler's face as well. He's diving on the ball, and in the end, there might not have been any contact whatsoever. He's just done well to avoid potentially injury. So 3 fouls on Norton, 3 fouls on Smith Milner.
Pedro Bradshaw, 11 points a game, a little under 6 rebounds across the season. Had a serious ankle injury that ruled him out for the best part of 6 games. He's shown some good things. Keandre Cook throws it up for Dalton.
This is hard to press these days. Full court press, you get a trap in the corner. One pass out is going to lead to a dunk 9 times out of 10.
Bradshaw for Gak, who rolls hard. Nice offense from Cairns. Here's the Amy replay.
Nice easy one. Broke that.
I mean, with no Rocco Sikorsky next year, likely. Without Rocco will be there. Rocco will be somewhere around the world, hopefully in the league. But you got to replace him with another big, and Cal Dalton is right there in your backyard. Don't know who his agent is. Might want to be on the phone.
I feel like you'd be a good agent. You'd be a tough negotiator, good promoter.
Definitely be a good promoter. Wouldn't try to ask for the world. I know it's give and take.
You're too nice.
I probably don't have what it takes to be nice.
He's got a bit of killer in him.
He doesn't lie, though.
Are you saying agents lie?
Oh, sometimes you just got to do what you do for your athlete, man.
That's true. Thank you, Jerry Maguire. Adams off balance. Clock winds down to halftime. Bradshaw from the corner this time around.
There is no other team in the league who loves a 2-for-1 more than Adam Ford and the Cairns Taipans.
That could almost be a 3-for-1 in this situation, because you know Brisbane going to come down and get a quick one up.
Cook used to get rid of Gack. Instead, saw a better option in Callum Dalton. Count it. Points will count. Scores a level.
What is Callum Dalton's career high? It's in jeopardy.
I'll come back to that. We've just got our
Pete's on it.
Our bevy of statisticians just working on that one. You can see them all just in the background chipping away.
Sam Warrenberg thought he got it clean, but it just looked like a goal team.
10 points, 4 rebounds, +4 in the first half. It's a good set of numbers.
Callum Dalton's career high is 4 points.
Yep.
Well, he's got 10.
Well, something for Brisbane to take out of this last game of the season for them. Groves almost went. That would have been the best accidental bucket of the season.
Tanner's like, I can't get that call, ref.
He still thinks he was fouled. Adam Ford certainly thinks they're a foul as well. It scores a level at 48 at the main break. Cairns led by as much as 12 at various stages in that first quarter. And we're locked away at halftime. Ariana Prather.
I'm here with Tohi Smith-Milner. Tohi, you guys were down by double digits in that first half, and then you were able to chip away, now tied at halftime. What needs to carry over into the second?
Just keep the ball movement. I think when we're a bit stagnant, we obviously don't get as open as we do, but yeah, we're just attacking downhill, getting them into foul trouble. That's what we're trying to do.
Focusing on you, you were instrumental in that Adelaide win, and now you have 6 points in that first half. It seems like you're just playing with an added confidence towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I've obviously with a few of the bigs out, Justin's given me some free reign to use my IQ as well and be able to shoot some threes here and there. But yeah, still got another half to go. Hopefully they can keep dropping.
Good luck in the second. Thank you.
Thank you.
A tie ball game here at the Cairns Convention Center. Free reign. You heard it from Tohi Smith-Wilner. Second half action coming at you right after this break.
Yeah,
sitting there.
I thought it was blunt. I didn't want to stop.
I sure do. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you, Lincoln.
Sure do.
Thank you. Doing my best Mel Brown impersonation. Yep. For the final time this season, the Cairns Taipans are on their home floor at the Cairns Convention Centre, and this game is tied away at 48. It was a double-figure lead for Cairns for much of the first quarter. Brisbane have scrapped and clawed and fought their way back to somehow have this game at 48 apiece at the main break.
Yeah, they did a good job. They restricted them to 16 points that quarter. Who knew that we was in store for the Callum Dalton game? I'm here for it. Callum Dalton and Kendra Cook, who didn't score in that second quarter, combined for almost half of Brisbane Bullets' points. And right now, this is what you want, Pete. Anybody's game.
9 extra shots to the Bullets. That's more so from offensive rebounds for them rather than turnovers from the Taipans. And this is what you want. 2 teams. Only one can finish their season on the right path, especially at home for the Taipans. And big 20 minutes coming up.
Well, it looks like Tanner Groves is pretty keen to have himself a night. He's been excellent for the Cairns Taipans in this first half. Has 15 points on 6 of 8. He's plus 10 for the night. And, well, I think very quickly all of us were hoping to see more of Tanner Groves out there for this game.
Yeah, Tanner's been fantastic. The youngster from Spokane, Washington. He just kind of shot himself in the foot a little bit with a couple of ticky-tacky fouls that kind of killed his rhythm. But he's playing fantastic basketball, hitting the spot-up 3 ball, getting jiggy with it afterwards, too. I was surprised at that move, the shot fake and the jab. Look, he's one of those guys I just feel like you can't help but be happy for when he does well. He's giving Taipans quite a boost.
Well, he had 3 threes in the first 4 minutes, and he ended up sitting down with some foul trouble. There's his Blackmore shot chart. He ended up playing 12.5 minutes still. It is criminal that he did not take another 3. You have to see how hot you are. I know he came out, a little bit of an injury concern as well, but how hot can you get? Can you have a 30-piece in front of the fans for your last one in this season? All of that to play for in the second half.
Meanwhile, for the Brisbane Bullets, Casey Prather's got some foul trouble and a few issues tonight with his body. He slipped over at one point in the back end of that second quarter. So Kendra Cook has had to very quickly become their main offensive weapon.
Yeah, the master chef out of Baltimore, Maryland. Keandre, he didn't score in the second quarter, but that first quarter, he put on 13 points, and he's a threat all over the floor. One of the most beautiful jump shots in the league. That's cash right there. He's just going to stay on the court long enough, as long as you don't get in foul trouble. The combo between him and Casey, they're going to click at some point and get the scoreboard ticking over. I like the way he's playing.
Beautiful stroke too, isn't it?
He's a beautiful, beautiful shooter. So tomorrow night, wow, this is fascinating. Tomorrow night, put the kids to bed, order some Hungry Jacks, maybe something a little to drink to go with it as well, and sit back and watch what could be one of the most explosive nights of the NBL season. Up first place Illawarra Hawks. They can't lose top spot. They've already said they're not resting anyone. They play host to the Sydney Kings, who can finish anywhere from 3rd, 4th or 5th. And then straight after that, the Perth Wildcats playing potentially for 2nd spot. And to avoid the play-in and avoid all the locomotion of the play-in, they've got the Adelaide 36ers.
I see what you did there, Jack. That's very good from you. Oh, I can't wait. Kings, if they don't win that one, would be swept from the Illawarra Hawks this season, which we don't see very often. And then there's all to play for both Perth and Adelaide. You do not want to limp into the play-in tournament, which is what Adelaide will be doing if they don't get the win there.
Friday night action. Cannot wait. All these teams are up and about. It is now almost time for some real basketball.
Cannot wait for that. That is tomorrow night. But before we finish, scores are level at half-time here at the Convention Centre. 3rd quarter is up next in the Hungry Jacks NBL.
Check us out at fostercare.com.au.
Thanks for being with us. The final Thursday night of the regular season here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. It's 48 apiece at halftime. The Cairns Taipans and the Brisbane Bullets. Brisbane playing their last game of the season. And for Cairns, they've got one more assignment on Saturday. They'll travel to play the Tasmania Jack Jumpers on the last day of the season. And then we get into the play-in tournament, Damon Lowry. And here is how it all shakes out.
Yep, it's going to get real lively. Tipping that 5th spot. Going up against Adelaide. Adelaide's going to have to go on the road. Going to have to do all their business on the road early. And hopefully they can get themselves, if you're an Adelaide 36er fan, into that semifinal series where your fans can see you once again. But it's going to be some tough sledding, I think, early.
And, Pete, just looking at that graphic, it shows the value of finishing first and second, doesn't it? It shows having to avoid all of the craziness of what's coming next week.
You're only going to be playing your best basketball for about a 3-week stretch. So, again, if you're just having a down week next week in the play-in, say you fall to 5th. 5th is the one you don't want, because if you have an off night and you're one of the better teams in the competition, like the Perth Wildcats have been, if they finish 5th, have an off night, it's curtains.
Well, tomorrow night is a massive game for the Perth Wildcats. And this week, you spoke to Bryce Cotton on NBL Now, and he spoke about the love and the admiration that he's got for his fellow MVP candidate, Kendrick Davis.
I would say from a mental standpoint, how we approach the game, me and Kendrick are for sure cut from the same cloth. So the respect there is, you know, above and beyond. The amount of respect he got from me, I got the same amount for him. And you wouldn't want it any other way. Just because you respect a player, that don't mean you take it easy on him. You know, you go that much harder because, you know, you respect him so much. So it's an honor to play against somebody like him. Made me feel a little old when he said, you know, he used to watch me, I guess back when he was in high school. But
Bryce Cotton talking on NBL Now earlier this week. Good show, that.
They always say game recognizes game. Bryce knows that a young Kendrick, almost looking like a younger version of himself. But between the two of them, I'm putting over and under at 60 points. Are you taking the over?
Yeah, absolutely. What I loved most,
Me too.
in talking to Bryce in that, he was giving respect. He said what Kendrick is talking about Bryce. For Bryce, it was Jerome Randall when he first got here in the NBL. Well, it's someone who he's watched when he was growing up, and then he got to compete against him. So the talent we continue to have in the NBL, it's a luxury.
Shout out to Jerome Randall. Could that man play?
Still owes me some Kobe fours after he ripped me out of him.
I've heard that story a lot. As Brisbane take the lead for the first time in the evening.
And even that offensive set, just think Kendrick could give the ball up on one wing, runs all the way to the other wing just to end up where he started to shoot the 3 ball. It's nothing but net.
Groves a little dump off for Bradshaw inside, and Casey Prather's going to pick up his 3rd. Here's the Amy replay, and here is Brisbane putting themselves in front for the first time in the ballgame.
Gave Tanner a vicious jab. Oof. Oh. One dribble. Splash. You playing ones in training, one-on-one, and you got 2 to 3 dribbles, him and Casey would be a nightmare to guard.
They've been really good this year, especially Casey, where a lot of it, and a lot of teams now, it's probably changed a lot, but you play the one dribble. And even if you really want to get technical, some coaches like to throw one-on-one from certain places on the floor with no dribbles. How good are you at shaking a defender off you, or just finding a way to fight through contact?
Groves reaching in, picks up his 4th.
Come on, Tanner.
And that one probably felt a little unnecessary.
Just has not been able to consistently protect himself from himself. And now what do? I'm the kind of coach that goes like this. You know what? If you want to foul out of the game, stay out there.
Well, that's going to be the one knock, and when teams and even Cairns think about bringing him back, he has had an issue in that area all season long.
2 in the competition in that stat for fouls per game. Only Geordie Hunter averages more. Sorry, Geordie.
That's a drive-by on Geordie.
That's great.
I love Geordie. He knows that. There's 2 more for Armstrong. It has been a little issue for bigs coming into the NBL, just trying to manage their fouls, hasn't it?
Especially if they've been anywhere, like in college ball, everything is kind of ticky-tacky. But if you've been overseas, you've been to Europe, they let you play. They let you set picks, and it gets way more physical. So to come here, we're somewhere in between Euro ball, NBA, and it just takes them a while to adjust. But at the end of the day, you just got to be smart enough to keep your hands out.
Galloway bombs away.
And those are the ones there where Sam Wardenberg finally gets it in the post. I know he's looking for his teammates, but doesn't even face up. I'd like to see him turn and at least be a threat offensively himself. Put the ball on the floor, even maybe just rise up.
Cairns have only won 8 third quarters for the season. That'll help their cause. Armstrong picks the pocket. There was a little careless with the ball.
Speaking of,
chase down from Wardenberg.
Mitch Norton won't get any credit for what he did on defensive end as Wardenberg gets himself in a transition layup, but he just deterred Taran Armstrong from trying to even get on the rim. Mitch got there first, stuck his barrel and chest out in his arms, and kept him at bay.
A little bit scrappy here to start the third quarter.
Let it go, Sam. I like what they just did. With Kendrick Cook hits the 3 off the 1 action. They run the exact same action the next 2 times down. Sometimes teams will let a guy score, then they go away from the same play that got him to score. They decide it's equal opportunity, decide it's somebody else's turn. I like the way Mitch Norton just says, no, we're going to go with the hot hand.
Mitch Norton normally not someone that Jack Cowan has to worry about. That's why.
Them fellas don't seem too phased.
He's got popcorn.
NBL headband.
He's got something else.
He's got popcorn to look like.
There you go. That's how you get him involved. That's how you get him involved. Nice little pick and roll from the side, from the wing. Get Sam an easy dunk.
Just the 2 points at halftime for Sam Wardenberg. Now starting to play a role in the 3rd term. That's out of bounds.
Just a quick rip as well. He was always going to dunk that from the moment he caught it. Well, Cairns have gone straight back to the well.
Just different side of the floor.
Armstrong in complete control. Found Wardenberg, he's fouled.
Good patience. Because Taran Armstrong could have easily shot that floater, but he wants to get, he realizes, he needs to get Sam involved. Some guys are momentum kind of players, rhythm kind of players. I think Sam is one of those kind of guys. If he doesn't get some shots up, doesn't feel like he's involved in the offense, he might tend to kind of
go into his shell.
Yeah.
And that's the interesting conversation. I know we spoke about this on the marketplace, Pete, with Sam Wardenberg, and whether he comes back to Cairns next season or whether he explores another team. But he's normally a priority in this team. If he goes somewhere else, he may not be that same priority.
It's a challenge, I think, that is going to be good for him in his career at some point. It's just about whether next season is the right time for it. I'd love to see him have 1 more year at Cairns and kind of be that main priority and step up like he has this year. He's been phenomenal this year.
Armstrong for Galloway. Promising build-up for Cairns, but it ends in a miss at one end, and Brisbane back in possession now, trailing by 4 points. Adams rips past. Can't score with the left hand.
See even the way Josh Adams is running back.
That's nice. That's nice give and go. Sam gets the board, kicks it to Taran. As soon as Taran looked to his left, I knew he was coming back to his right. Way to reward your big fella. Put it up there perfect for him.
They've scored the last 6, the Taipans, and on the Amy replay, you can see the crowd loving it at the Cairns Convention Centre as they go on a little mini run in this Tangerine timeout. Now, I'm not really sure how to describe what we're about to see. I'm just going to let you, the viewer at home, make your mind up on this. Oh, yeah.
I'm in the bed, spend 100 on the bed. What you want the bed? I can make it flip. A lot of green got me feeling like the Grinch. Yeah.
This is nice.
Money on mine.
Just a live performance.
Yeah. Big dog, big flex. I'm in New York, getting big checks. I like it. Invoice ain't shit yet. It don't matter, bring a brain shot.
What is that?
He's one of one. I thought that was terrific. He knew every word.
He was on rhythm though. Drewy was not on 1 and the 3. He was on 1 and the 2.
And Andy Marr, we saw you as well. You've got all the movement of a statue. What is that?
Lance Stevenson, he might be in the house for the throwdown on Saturday.
Well, we hope he is after that.
Wow, we've seen Drewy on Dances with the Stars.
We're not going to see him on Rapping with the Stars. That is for certain.
He wouldn't have a clue what any of those lyrics were.
Well, he's on TikTok now, so, you know, he's sort of trendy. Cairns by 6. Ariana Prather.
Coach Schuler telling his team that on defense they need to sprint back and just be aware of who's around them. Sam Wardenberg slid past multiple different players to get that easy bang inside the lane, and on offense he wants them to just let the game come to them.
Nice little knockdown from Casey Prather.
We've seen Cairns put themselves in winning positions a lot this season and somehow let it slip late. In this situation with a 6-point lead, there's still a lot of game time left, and Sam Wardenberg dribbles one off his shin.
Why is that, Damon? That you're right. They have had so many games that have been winnable. They've been a better team than a 7-20 record that the ladder reflects.
Losing sometimes becomes a habit, and then the pressure sets in, and you, instead of thinking about winning, you're thinking about, I hope we don't lose again. And some costly decisions get made, and yeah, next thing you know, the L's pile up.
A lot of it had to do with between the ears. As Casey Prather just gets to his spot, rises up. Well, a long time they were battling injuries. They couldn't get healthy. The roles were changing, which role clarity is so important in a successful team. So they had to navigate through that. Great pass. Armstrong has been so patient. 15 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists and 5 rebounds for Taran Armstrong, all with 1 turnover.
This third quarter's basically become an Armstrong-Wardenberg two-man game. It's working for Cairns. Keandre Cook just continues to accumulate. He's got 18. He's the leading scorer in the game. 62-60 at the Cairns Convention Centre for the final Thursday night of the regular season. Wardenberg created some space and then scores a little runner.
It is straight two-man game, Wardenberg and Taran Armstrong, until the cows come home. They scoring every time down.
I don't afford to be sitting here wondering who is this combo all season long, though. They've had their moments as Keandre Cook is unstoppable down the other end.
Some guys are really filling their cups tonight. Wardenberg no good on the 3. He's got 14 points on 6 of 9.
He's a heat check. He's not afraid to get one.
He's going to back himself into the painted area once more. Armstrong steps into traffic and scores.
We got ourselves a playground third quarter happening up and down.
17, 8 and 5 are Taran Armstrong's numbers for the night. Prather got Stith up in the air. Wily, veteran savvy of Casey Prather.
He hit him with that head fake, that shot fake. Dylan didn't know where he's at. One dribble, kiss it off the glass with ease.
Armstrong from long range.
A few words to say to Justin Schuler as well with a friendly banter. 20 points now for Armstrong, 25 and 8. What a game he's having.
Cal Dalton did a good job of not letting Sam Wernberg set the pick, but then he just left the shooter wide open. But on the other end, nobody can stop Kendrick Cook from getting on the rim.
Timeout called, thanks to Tangerine, with 2:51 remaining in the third quarter. The Brisbane Bullets season will come to a close tonight. They have a record of 12-16 across this NBL 25 season. And for one last time this year, let's have a listen to Justin Shaw.
Hey, last party, and like first team to defense can get this freaking win, all right? Too many times on the ball screen. I like the first under, but the second one now, it's got to be over the top. Get the connectors, push them up. Now we're still in good support on that. The other part is the crowd on the backside still too attached. Pull in, pull in. Now we've got that support. Waterberg's too comfortable out there, just getting separation. Hold that thing up. Offensively, let the ball move a little right now. All right, let it breathe a little. Want to punch and play, get to it up, find the flare. Here we go.
I like it. I like the timeout. Talked about defense, that ball screen. A double under is never a good thing. For you people at home, it's not quite sure what Justin was talking about. If you go under the first ball screen, you don't want to go under the second one because you're too low. You're going to give up a wide open three-pointer. So he wants him to go over the second one. And then on the offensive end, get it through some hands.
Ariana Prather, you're listening to Adam Ford.
That's right, you heard the Bullets, but here on the Taipans side, Coach Ford was telling his team that they have to give it all they got going into the fourth quarter and the last 3 minutes of the third quarter. And Taran Armstrong was gathering his team and stepped up as a vocal leader like he has all season and said, guys, let's not foul them and bail them out because they're taking bad shots.
Here's a good one from Casey Prather.
Wow. And you let him get to his spot. He's going to make you pay. It's one thing he's done exceptionally well this season is just understand how effective he can be from that short corner, low post.
If you gap him, he jabs you into bad health. If you try to crowd him, get physical with him, he spins off of you. He's just a polished scorer.
That one there, you talk about Taran Armstrong maybe giving it up, but Brisbane are doing a good job of getting in the lanes. Someone needs to get open to be in the ball.
Smith-Milner throws a bullet cross court for Prather. He's just playing with it.
Doing whatever he wants to do. Toy could easily got that shot off, but saw Pedro Bradshaw squeezing in too much. And then if you got to close out on Casey, you just got more problems.
Talking about Brisbane and the season that they've had, Pete, the glaring stat all year long. In fact, the last two seasons with Brisbane has been at the defensive end of the floor. They are the number 10 in the competition for defensive rating and points allowed per game. And it's going to make it pretty hard to have a positive winning record when you're letting that many points through.
It is, especially in the NBL. Defense normally triumphs over everything else. And I know they have had injuries, but defense in particular is one thing that you can control. Your effort on that end being locked in. You might not have the athletes, you might not have the guys who can really step up and lock up one-on-one, but you can be moving together whoever's on the floor, and it just hasn't been there enough. That's going to be Smith-Milner's fourth foul. He doesn't even wait for a sub. He walks straight to the bench.
Gilligan's is open.
Never closes.
Taipans might put some of those 50,000 bucks on the bar for some.
I would hope so.
A couple of frothies.
Well, Ariana's going to the casino, so we won't see her at Gilligan's tonight.
I thought Kyron Galloway, when he was at Adelaide, I thought this is a guy who was going to be a real big piece. I don't feel like he's had the same impact this season as he had in some of those stints he had in Adelaide.
He's had a little bit of an injury concern at times, but I was super high on what he could do this year. So by that level, for sure, I thought he was going to take a massive stride forward. Under 40, as he tries to defend that from Prather.
And if you're a free agent, you want to see what 40's doing first. You don't, some guys want to play for certain coaches. If there's some uncertainty there, Sam Warrenberg's going to be hesitating to see who the new coach is going to be if, in fact, it's not 40.
That's always the key to look at. We've seen it in the last few seasons as well. Guys sign in Adelaide, under one coach, they get a new coach after you sign.
New Zealand, it's a prime example. Yeah.
Mitch McCarron, it's happened his last 2 contracts, same with Mojave King. That was a Connor Henry to CJ Bruton, and then you sign for Monty Mayor, and Petteri Koppen has been phenomenal as well, I think, this season. Only one game he had his full contingent available.
Same with Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Josh King comes in. Got to work out what he wants to do for next season, so it's going to be a lot of uncertainty. It's going to be an interesting offseason. Now I'm talking about as far as the roster goes.
Oh, yeah, Josh King. An imprint.
What he does with that roster next season.
The roster, yeah. Because he didn't recruit any of those guys.
See the Phoenix on Saturday night against Melbourne in a throwdown of the final game of the season. Zach White watches Adnam fly by.
That's pretty basketball. Giving up good for great. Casey Prather could have taken the 3, then he could have taken the layup. Isaac White could have taken the 3. There's a 2-for-1. No one loves a 2-for-1 more than the Taipans, but more often than not, that 2 part of it can be a very poor shot selection.
To be totally honest, if I was to do a percentage of games that we've called this year where the 2-for-1s come off, I reckon it's about 10%.
40 screams it. He screams it as soon as they get possession. If there's a 3 on the clock between 40 seconds and 30 seconds, and he sees a 3 in front, he wants someone to let it fly.
One.
8 points for the night for Josh Adams, and it's 71 apiece. Scores a level again.
Going down to the wire. That's all you can ask for if you're a spectator.
Well, the round 7 and round 13 games that these two teams played. Round 17 was a blowout when Cairns won the shootout, but 32 lead changes combined in those 2 games, round 7 and round 13 between the two. This something always happens when they play each other.
Still calling it the Sunshine Stoush?
You can. Shot clock at 6. Galloway, catch and shoot. Kyle Adnam got after it. Cairns might be able to create something. 3 on the clock. Galloway got it! All off the back of hustle from Kyle Adnam. Cairns lead by 2 on their home floor at 3/4 time. 73-71. You are watching the Hungry Jacks NBL.
to win $350 thanks to Mick from NBL Forklifts. I'm going to find that $350 because I've hidden it somewhere and she's just maybe find it on me, I don't know. But she has won $350 thanks to Mick and the team at NBL Forklifts.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Hoops here at the Cairns Convention Center, where the Taipans have a 2-point lead over the Brisbane Bullets. Now, they've been leading pretty much this whole ball game thanks to their next star, Taran Armstrong. Listen to this, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. It's a triple-double watch heading into the fourth quarter, guys.
And he knows it, too. I bet you he knows it. You watch him start crashing the glass this last 10 minutes.
For a guard, it's the hardest thing to tick off. Just hanging around.
Keandre Cook has been a handful all night long, and there's 2 more.
Not going to be too many rebounds if Keandre Cook's shooting it. 22 points. He's got 7 rebounds and 5 assists himself.
We told you pre-game he averages 20 a game against Cairns this season. Tick that box again this evening. That's how to play. Look at the Bullets, they're pumped.
Callum Dalton just causing some problems down there. They held him scoreless in that third quarter, Big Cal.
Perhaps Justin Schuller asking for one last effort from his team to finish this season on a winning note. Well, there's 1 for Armstrong. 4 to go.
That'll help. There's 9 assists.
1 rebound and 1 assist. Box tick, box tick.
He knows it.
Tell you what, though, that court vision. And Kyle Lanham didn't even dip. That was just catching the shot pocket on the money. Rise up.
Yeah, everybody open when you got 8 assists. He's trying to find anybody.
Oh, he knows. Look where he's hanging out now. And there you go. There's 7.
It's happening. It's happening before our very eyes.
He's not going to be too upset about that. Instead of a foul call, gets the chance to inbound it. There it is, 27 and 9. Super efficient. 1 turnover, 2 steals.
Has he had a trip dub in his career?
He has not. Last triple double he had was Trey Kell last year.
Yep.
Playing against his now Illawarra Hawk team.
All of a sudden, Taran Armstrong thinks he's Dennis Rodman, so we're going to get there quick.
He'll get his 10th assist very soon because he's looking for it.
Wardenberg drives, he's fouled.
Everybody has a responsibility to shoot the ball if Taran passes it to you. And they still want the win. Others absolutely still want the dub.
Reminder tomorrow night, it's the Illawarra Hawks taking on the Sydney Kings. First up at the Wynn Entertainment Centre. Great news for Hawks fans. By virtue of finishing on top, they are going to see post-season home court advantage action.
Shout out to Matt Campbell. GM done a sensational job bringing 90% of them dudes back. They're young, got some nice contracts. They got to sort out Sam Fraud in the offseason, but that will come.
Just again, proving how important culture is to winning.
Couldn't help but notice that they'll read the Sydney Kings of keeping an eye on Sam Froley. I'm sure that'll go down really well.
Yeah.
They've already got Xavier Cooks.
They've had a few Hawkies defect to the Kings over the years.
Beautiful basketball from Taran Armstrong. Basketball IQ at the highest level. He's so good to watch.
He's turning the Cairns Convention Center into his own personal playground. He's doing whatever he wants. In transition, he's at his best. In pick-and-roll situations, he's at his best. If you don't defend it properly, he's going to shoot 3 balls. There's not a whole lot wrong with his offensive package.
Not this year, anyway. He's put in the work. You can see at 40, says he's the first one in the gym, last one to leave. He's the one who drives extra work for everybody else. individual workouts in the weight room. He is just so driven to get his opportunity at the next level. And I tell you what I want to see him at Summer League, because that's the kind of game. If he gets the burn, that's the one thing. You've got to get the opportunity there. But if he does that and has the ball in his hands, he'll have some fun.
It's a party inside the Cairns Convention Centre one last time for this NBL25 season tomorrow night. We cannot talk about it enough. The Illawarra Hawks and the Sydney Kings, followed by the Perth Wildcats and the Adelaide 36ers at RAC Arena. It's been a big week for the Red Army.
It has. Only going to be able to get a third of them in the probably Challenge Stadium, but they'll be in full voice.
St. Wardenberg with the rebound. Ariana Prather courtside.
I was listening to Coach Schuler during that timeout, and the most important thing that he told his team was that they have to trust their ball movement offensively. The reason why they got that big upset in Adelaide was because they were moving the ball, playing great basketball, making the extra pass. When you have great scorers, sometimes they can try to take over the ball game, and they have to get that ball movement.
Andre Cook got him flush there, right in the eye, right there.
It's always those poke in the eyes
right there.
The refs don't see, because it's just...
Smith-Milner was blocking it as well.
We saw Dylan Windler miss some games with an eye injury. Last thing you want. Sam's okay, though.
Kyron Galloway with his second bucket of the evening. Got some breathing room all of a sudden here, the Taipans. Brisbane have only scored 2 points for the quarter.
That would have been an assist in the NBA, not here.
And that is a block.
And this is what
here and all over the world.
Sorry, Jack. This is what Ariana was talking about when Justin Schuler. The ball is sticking right now. Yes, Andre Cook has been scoring well, but when it's one pass or no pass in a shot, and you're down by almost double figures, it ain't good.
Smith-Milner gets Groves over the back.
5 seconds on the shot clock. They've been pretty good at executing. Both teams have baseline out of bounds. When they try and get some sort of backdoor. Oh, it's open too. Now, is that going to count as an assist? Got a little deflection.
They are running away with this game, the Taipans. It's now an 11-point lead. Much of the third quarter was somewhere around the 5-point margin. Cairns have taken over in this last term. Prather gets it to drop in the mid-range.
There is nothing you can do about that. If you let him face up, he's just going to play with you.
19 points, 50% from the field for the night for Casey Prather as Armstrong throws that one out of bounds.
A rare turnover for Taran. Only his second of the game in 26 minutes of action. I like their assist-to-turnover ratio. 9 assists, 2 turnovers. That's 4.5 to 1. Got to get you to another level.
Armstrong, Adnam, Galloway, Wardenberg and Groves out there for Cairns. Cook, White, Norton, Smith-Milner and Prather for the Bullets. Keandre Cook unloads again.
Such a good-looking stroke from out there.
They're going to have to do something to pick and roll with Taran. He just... Would you trap him? I mean, you got to do something, because right now he's dictating terms.
You're not going to like this. People who really dive into the stats, and Smith-Milner hits a deep one. But that was Taran Armstrong's 8th rebound. An offensive rebound, because that's a block, considered a block from Smith-Milner with a swipe down. Picks it up, lays it in.
Oh.
So he's got 24, 8 and 9. Oh.
Wardenberg, vicious.
The sneaky crossover.
He was slow to get going in this game, Sam Wardenberg, but on the Amy replay, whoop.
Get Smith-Milner a map, because he was lost.
Played himself right into this game with the help of Taran Armstrong getting him, because it wasn't that long ago we were saying he only had 2 shots for the game. Is this dude, Keandre, brings his total up to 25.
He's entering season-high numbers, Keandre Cook.
28, 7 and 6. He's also only got 2 turnovers.
5 made threes. Armstrong's little runner.
He's driving Justin Schuller nuts.
Just playing out of that ball screen. And again, that snake dribble. Something that Matthew Dellavedova made a career out of. Just coming off the ball screen, pinning your defender behind you, being super patient.
Is that a heat check?
Yeah. But that shot, you can always get that shot later on, though.
We tick down to the last 4 minutes. Corner hand on the way through. Brisbane get the ball back. They trail by 6. At the moment, almost everything running through Keandre Cook. Adams puts his head down, drives. Can't score.
Hey!
That's going to be 9. So 1 rebound, 1 assist away from a triple-double for Taran Armstrong.
He's searching for it. Now got it back. Shot clock at 8. Armstrong surveys the floor. Looks for options, decide that it has to be him.
Pass the rock, Taran.
Needs 1 more.
He'd know, wouldn't he?
He would. Oh, maybe not to the... He probably thinks he already has it, because he had a couple that... There was an extra dribble in there.
Nice deep from Higgins-Titcher. The youngster didn't panic in that situation.
I like his poise. You don't see him get too high, too low. Just plays with a real calm demeanor, AHT. Ball screen coming. It's only a matter of time. What are you going to do with it? You going to trap him?
Still a 6-point lead to Cairns. They swing it through hands. Waterberg turns the corner. Tanner Groves started the game hot. Haven't seen a lot of him since then. Josh Adams takes it straight through the middle of Armstrong. Will be shooting free throws.
Good take from Josh Adams there.
Still shifty, Josh Adams. His body clearly isn't 100%, but he's still shifty with what he's got.
Now, someone on the Cairns bench has to get that message across. The reason we all talk so much, triple doubles don't happen too often here. So the last one being Trey Kell.
Yep.
All right, Josh Giddey, yellow ball. Hopefully, we'll just relay the message that he knows what he needs.
What do you think the future does look like for Taran Armstrong? If we were sitting here this time next year, where will he be and what will he be doing?
I think he'll get some sort of workout opportunity first and foremost. Get some workouts with some teams. Summer League potentially. I know he's had some options even last year to go to Summer League and didn't end up going there. But if he gets in a Summer League chance that, I don't want to say guaranteed opportunity because it's never the case, but can go there and get on the floor and can actually play meaningful minutes, I think that game style will suit him, what we've seen. He'll have the ball in his hands a lot as a point guard and do a lot of good things. And you see his numbers for tonight. Unbelievable. And then I think the very next step in terms of staying there would be a two-way deal.
He could also go to Will McDowell-White. Will McDowell-White route.
Tell you what, that man's about to be paid too. He is putting up some serious numbers.
Doing it against the big teams in the big games, Will McDowell-White. Former NBL star. We'd love to see him back here, but if he keeps playing like that...
We caught him at his worst too when he got injured. So he kind of finished off the season limping. But he's in full flight now. Good on him.
That New Zealand team that lost, they were talented.
He was such a big part of that grand final team as well. Fell just short in game 5 a couple of seasons ago. 90-85. Armstrong still searching for that one elusive assist. Oh, Bradshaw. There it is.
One rebound away. One rebound away. Good hit from Bradshaw. And this is where your teammates have to know as well. Your teammates just simply must know. Tanner Groves, a known rebound thief at times.
Just box out and let Taran come through a la Russell Westbrook.
Here we go.
Bradshaw rips it away from Josh Adams. Cairns have played like winners in this last quarter. Taran Armstrong has led the way for them. He's got 26 points, 10 assists and 9 rebounds.
It's taking too long. He needs to get some more Brisbane possessions.
Or miss that and get your rebound. We can't get it the dodgy way.
Well, this is going to help because Justin Schuler's calling a timeout. Somebody on the Cairns bench. There we go.
Adam Ford just said it, 1 rebound.
1 rebound. The team are going to know about it too. So now you get a chance. Adam Ford will be telling his team, guys, everybody block out and give him the best chance he can.
He should have thrown it off the backboard to himself.
I was thinking like Tracy McGrady.
Yeah.
Giannis did it a little earlier.
Throw it to yourself, chip it in, it's a rebound, it's a bucket.
Yeah, what a game he's had. What a talent he is. He's 25, 22 years of age. We saw last season some of his best moments, but he had a lot of issues with injury. We've seen a lot more of his best moments this year.
Yeah, the longer he's on the floor, the better he seems to get. He's got complete control of the ball. Great size for a point guard. And like you said, once his 3-ball improved and his body got physically stronger, there's times that he can just do whatever he wants on the floor. The youngster from Tasmania.
He's the most improved player. He's about to have a 30-point triple-double if he can lock it in. He's been incredible this season.
That's a really tough award this year, the most improved. There are some outstanding candidates. You think about Alex Toohey, Sam Wardenberg, Will Hickey, Mitch Norton scores. That's just a couple that I've named. Kawat Noi.
Yeah, I mean, according to the rules of most improved, it leaves it open for anybody to have a good season after a subpar season.
Glover's been great. Foxwell's been great.
Yep. Any chance Mitch misses this foul shot?
He's a man of the people.
Taran box out. And
he was in there. They need quick offense. So I want to hold on to this lead because
losing would suck if you got a triple-double. It would take the shine. It would take the shine off your triple-double if you take the L.
How well they've played too, especially in the 3rd and 4th quarters.
Trap Bradshaw in the corner. And it's in the steady hands of Armstrong. We're going to wind this clock down for all that it's worth. Shot clock at 3. We've had everything else tonight. Why not have a wedgie?
Well, it's not going to help because they're going to get the ball back on a jump ball. 40, I think 40's saying the same thing. They're just taking too long.
Nobody practices this, how to get a triple-double late in the season.
Armstrong off the inbound. Bullets going to try and play the foul game.
And the Bullets still want the dub. They're somehow backing themselves in. They're not going to lay down these last 52 seconds.
They got 3 more fouls to get into the bonus.
It's a long foul game. Higgins-Titcher wants none of that. And flick it around.
Get your ass on the glass, Taran! Damn it!
He's still going to have a chance here. That's going to hurt. That is going to hurt. I'll tell you what, I reckon Pedro Bradshaw has just run over to him and said, hey, give it to me. I'll miss one. You come flying in for the offensive rebound.
Orchestrate something. All Terrence did for everybody else. Help him out.
And Sam Wardenberg checks out with 23 and 7 for the game. He's had a fantastic season. Had some serious second-year blues last year, but he's hit back this year, the New Zealander. Brisbane still trying to foul their way through.
May as well now. You've got to 4. You may as well send them to the line.
Armstrong dribbles to the one spot in the floor he doesn't want to be.
Oh, here we go. Wall up.
Prather with the steal.
There it is.
The extra rebound for Taran Armstrong. And he can soak it up with his first NBL triple-double.
And it may very well be a 30-point triple-double as well. He's going to go to the free throw line. What a performance. He is a stud. He is an absolute stud.
He tricked them. It was the old throw the ball away trick. Let Casey get out in the transition and hope he missed.
And every fan in the Cairns Convention Centre knew the equation as well. The roar when he grabbed that last board. What a great way to finish off the season for them.
100%. 50K, the TD, and the dub.
And 100 in their last game. And it's been a challenging season for the Snakes. But tonight they're going to walk out of the Cairns Convention Centre all smiles.
How good's that? Look at them getting around him.
You got to celebrate the little things. They haven't had a whole lot to celebrate this season. This game is still a fun game to play.
Mr. Triple-Double is also our Foot Locker player of the game, and he's with Ariana.
Mr. Triple-Double, indeed. Your first triple-double of your NBL career with the win at home. What a way to go out on your home floor for the last game.
Yeah, so fun. Guys taking care of me a little bit late, you know, let me know that I was close, and something for the fans. You know, we've had a tough season and they continue to show out time after time, and you know, to give them a little bit of excitement this late in the years means a lot.
How proud are you of this team continuing to show up every single night despite the record?
So impressed, so proud. Like, it's been hard. It's been really difficult, but the whole time it's been enjoyable to like be a part of it, even though it was really, really difficult and a grind. Like, I'm super grateful to be a part of it.
30-point triple-double for you, 28, pretty much 30-point triple-double for you. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers.
Remember the name, ladies and gentlemen. Taran Armstrong is about to try and step onto the world stage in the next step in his basketball journey, and the entire country is behind him.
100%. We stick our chest out with some pride when one of our own can make it to the big time.
We are going to come back and wrap it up on the other side of this. The Taipans with a win in their last game of the season.
With the summer shootout, that was awesome. How's it feel to be finishing off right here at home in front of the